All right, Scotty, let's transition into this now. We want to talk a little bit about kind of what this means for the Warriors, kind of what this means for the Cavaliers, or I guess more LeBron. So if the Warriors win, Scotty, are they the greatest team ever? And what do you see happening if they win tonight or if they win 5 or 6 or whatever? Is this the greatest team ever? Let's compare them to, say, the 95-96 Bulls and that kind of dynasty there. That three-peat for them, for the Bulls, their second three-peat.
So this has been a huge topic of conversation, rightfully so.
Right.
I mean, you got 4 could-be Hall of Famers. You got 2 MVPs, rightfully so. A 16-0 postseason. Of course, I kind of discredit that a little bit because if Kawhi didn't get hurt, the Spurs probably would have won that game. And
at least game 1.
The Warriors probably would have gone 16-1 or whatever. But anyway, my thing on this is it's really hard to compare eras. And this is one of my big things on the MJ versus LeBron debate is they played in 2 separate eras. So it's really hard to definitively say
Jordan
which
played
one
in the
is
hand
which.
check league and LeBron
exactly.
hasn't,
But that being said, in my opinion, it's really, really hard to say that there is a better team than this Warriors team. You got the Bulls, you got the Shaq and Kobe teams, you got the Magic and Kareem teams. Those are awesome, awesome teams. But my thing for that is when you start comparing these eras, take the records aside and the field goal percentage and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. If you put the Warriors in a 7-game series with those 96 Bulls or the Magic and Kareem Lakers, the Warriors wouldn't have an answer for Kareem. No doubt about it. No answer for the Big Low. But how are they going to answer for Curry and Durant and Clay shooting the threes? And this is one big thing for me. Draymond Green plays physical.
Yeah.
You put Draymond Green against a 90s or 80s team where they play physical, he's going to be outstanding.
Yeah,
he can handle that physicality. So when people kind of go, oh, no way, in the hand check, there's no way the Warriors would get a shot off because the defense was way too good back in my day in the 80s and 90s. Hello, Draymond Green's one of the most physical defensive players.
So is Klay Thompson. Now this series we've seen he's been one of the more physical
I think
players
Draymond would thrive in the 80s or 90s defense because he's a tough guy and he plays tough D.
Yeah.
So there's that answer for you.
Yeah, I agree.
And how are you going to guard the 3-point on the Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, they're just. I agree. I think the Warriors are the best team ever. I think, especially this 3-year kind of stretch that we've seen from the Warriors is better than any 3-year stretch by any team.
It's gotta be
in any era.
It's gotta be.
And I got some numbers to back that up. I just compared them with the 95, 96 Bulls. Excuse me, those Bulls from the 95 to the 98 season when they won their three-peat, and the Warriors from 2014 2017 season when they're three-peat, not really a three-peat because the Cavs won last year.
And y'all got to listen to this because Dre's one of the biggest Warriors haters, and now here he is defending the greatest of all time. So this is serious here.
I'm not a Warriors hater. I mean, I guess maybe you'd call me a Warriors hater, but I like greatness. I love greatness, and I love to see history, and I think that we're seeing it right now with the Warriors. So let me just kind of give you some numbers here. So we're talking about the 2014 Warriors, 2014 to 2017 Warriors, and the 95 to 98 Bulls, right? So for the Warriors, over that 3-year span, they're 207-39. So they've won 207 games.
They've only lost 39 games in 3 years.
3 years.
They've lost 3, and that includes playoffs and everything? Or is that just regular season?
It's just regular season.
39 losses in 3 years.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
So they're averaging 113 points per game over that stretch. Woo. Right? They're averaging 49% from the field, which is incredible as a team.
49% in 3 years?
And 40% from 3.
Oh, my goodness.
40% from 3. Now, keep in mind, back in the 95, 96, I believe it was 95, 96, and 96, 97 season, I believe those 2 years, the NBA moved the three-point line in a foot. So just take that into account. If the Warriors were playing on a court that had a three-point line that was in a foot, they would score even more points, more threes, right? So it'd be just as easy for them, or even easier. So now let's go to the 95 to 98 Bulls, right? So over the 3-year, they're three-peat, right? They were 203-43, right? So a few less wins, kind of comparable there, but again, the Warriors won more games. Bulls only scored 102 points per game, 47% from the field and 37% from the three-point line. In an era where the three-point line was a foot closer. So they're shooting 3 percentage points difference from three-point line and 2 percentage points difference from the field. Those numbers are, if they're not evident enough, let's go to their best season. I mean, I just went from the 95-96 Bulls to the 16-17 Warriors, right? I went with those numbers. So for the 95-96 Bulls, their regular season record was 72-10. That's the year they set the record at the time. 105 points per game for that season, 48% from the field and 40% from the three-point range.
Pretty good.
Not too bad. Pretty good season. I mean, it was a record-setting season. Now, the Warriors this year were 67-15 for the season, and 116 points per game.
Oh, my.
116 points per game.
It's 11 more points.
Just under 50% from the field and just under 39% from the three-point line. So, all across the board, we see that the Warriors are the better team. And, like I said, it's hard to compare eras, and I get it. And and the thing with us is we're young enough that we don't really remember watching the Bulls and stuff like that. So that's one knock on us, I guess, and our credibility. Yeah. And it's kind of hard for us to be able to say which team is better, especially when we've only been watching the NBA for 15, 20 years or whatever it's been. But again, I can't disagree with the numbers, and I think the Warriors are the best team we've ever seen. And not only that, not only the numbers, the eye tests. They're the best team we've ever seen. You just have to look at them. They are the best team I've ever seen.
It's unreal to me. I mean, the cool thing about the Warriors is they were really the first team to win with their primary offense being the 3-point or the jump shot.
Right.
That was instead of getting to the hole and getting to the rim and shooting free throws and being physical. Mm-hmm. They were the first team to kind of go. Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr both, because they're both the coach, did a great job of, okay, this is my team's strength. We can shoot the ball. We can shoot the three. Mm-hmm. Let's get it done. And they kind of changed that, and it's unreal. They are so good. And here's another big thing is I don't think LeBron James is the greatest of all time. I think he's the second. I think it's pretty close, but I think he's the second. If the Warriors potentially sweep the greatest of all time in 4 games, that's impressive. Yeah. That is an unreal set. If they can sweep the so-called greatest of all, even the second greatest of all time, with 2 other All-Stars on a team while LeBron's averaging a triple-double, that is an impressive stat right there.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is with the Bulls is, here's my thing with the Bulls, is they never faced a great team in the finals. They played the Jazz,
that was a pretty good team. You got Stockton Malone.
But they never won a title together. They played the Rockets, or the Charles Barkley and the Suns one year, and I just don't think they played Seattle Supersonics, I think 2 years. They never played a great team in the finals, and they kind of really got lucky because Jordan was hitting his prime as, the bad boy Pistons, were exiting. Shaq had just left the Magic, which the Magic destroyed Michael Jordan in his first year back in '94. And then Shaq left to the Lakers, and that kind of gave him an easier path in the East. And a lot of pieces fell into place for Michael Jordan and the Bulls. And the thing is with the Warriors is they've kind of built this team, with the exception of Kevin Durant, mostly through the draft. I mean, obviously they have Iguodala and a couple of those different free agents that aren't, I wouldn't consider them But
they drafted agents. Clay, they drafted Draymond, they drafted Steph.
And they just kind of got fortunate because either through good coaching or maybe just a good draft committee or whatever, being able to select guys that they think will develop into great players, they got really lucky, or they got really fortunate that these players all developed, and then obviously adding Kevin Durant. But besides Kevin Durant, they were a great team last season and previous season.
They were 73-9 without Durant, and then you add Durant, a Hall of Famer, an MVP. Yeah, I just don't see how this Warriors would get beat in a 7-game series. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see is a Kareem-led team, but still, you got Kareem, and that's it, because KD and Magic are going to kind of get their own, but how are you going to guard Steph and Clay in a series like that?
The Warriors wouldn't have an answer down low for Kareem, but I don't know if you keep it on.
Or Shaq, even Shaq in the Lakers team.
But I don't know if you could keep either Shaq or Kareem on the floor with the Warriors if they go small. If they have the big 4 and then say they put in like Andre Iguodala or Matt Barnes or Sean Livingston maybe, I don't think that you can keep Kareem or Shaq on the floor because they couldn't keep up. Oh, man. And the Warriors are just so fast and so good. I think the Warriors are the best team ever.
Kind of something cool that it's pretty cool that we get to sit here and watch the greatest team. I mean, I'm really jealous of my dad and my uncles and whoever who got to sit and watch those Magic and Kareem teams and those Jordan teams. I was really young when Shaq and Kobe were together. I remember them a little bit. That's a cool thing to sit here and get to tell our kids and whatnot. Like, we watched the 16-17 Warriors with KD, and they were unreal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's fun to watch. As much as I hate to see my Cavaliers get destroyed by the Warriors, it is fun to watch. They're a great team. They're a fun team to watch.
They are a fun team.
And the cool thing about it is, or maybe the unfortunate thing for everyone else in the NBA, is that as long as they sign Steph Curry and Kevin Durant this offseason, they're going to be together for at least 2019, 2018. Man. So it's going to be a good couple of years.
Let us know what you think about the greatest team of all time. If you agree with those, if you disagree. We'd love to, of course, see a 7-game series. That will never happen. So break out the 2K.